All right. Okay, please listen. Even though we started mathematical induction yesterday, I want to just repeat the whole thing little bit. Basically, what is the purpose of mathematical induction? Mathematical induction will not help you to create a formula. Okay. If somehow by intuitively or by some other method, a formula is there or a statement is there, it's not always something equal to something. Something less than something you can ask. For example, let us say I can say 2 power n always ends with 6, something like this. Always ends with 6. Okay, something like this. I can take like this. Okay, 2 power n. Okay, you take n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. It is a natural number. The unit digit is always 6. Something like that I made a statement. Okay. You can check for n equal to 1, you can check for n equal to 2, you can check for n equal to 3. But what is the guarantee that for n equal to 1000 it is correct? 11,000 is correct. Okay. So there is a statement which is mostly true for all natural numbers. And somebody may have an idea about derivation, or somebody might have intuitively thought maybe right. But how to prove it? Apart from deriving it. All right. For example, I think you take n into n plus 1 into n plus 2. It is always a multiple of 6. N into n plus 1 into n plus 2 is always a multiple of 6. So you can take anything, or you can even write, let us say, n into n square minus 1 is always a multiple of 6. This one. I can make it, okay. So, or I can say that 2 power n or some other number, okay, let us say, okay, 7 power n is always greater than 3 times 5 power n, or n greater than 3 or something like that. Okay, for all natural numbers greater than. I can make any statement, and which is mostly true for all natural numbers. Instead of deriving it, how to prove it if already statement is given. So it's very, very simple. We are doing basically two things. Okay. For n equal to 1, it is true. We have to prove it. Okay, we have to prove this. Okay. So for n equal to 1, substitute n equal to 1 in that statement, see whether the statement is correct or not. If there is an equality, find LHS separately, RHS separately, and see whether they are equal or not. Okay. We'll do with one example, but I'm just discussing some idea. Okay. Now, for n equal to k, let the given statement is true. Okay. So for n equal to k, we are going to assume, we are not going to prove it, the given statement is true. Using this, we have to show that for n equal to k plus 1, the given statement is true. Okay. So using this, you prove this, and only 2 steps mainly. For n equal to 1, it is correct, you have to prove it. For n equal to k, if you assume it is correct, using that, we are proving for n equal to k plus 1. Okay. Now, in the place of k, substitute 1. For n equal to 1, it is correct, we know. And by using this complete statement that whenever it is true for k, it is true for k plus 1. Because it is true for 1, it must be true for 2. Because it is true for 2, it must be true for 3. And because it is true for 3, it is true for 4. So on. Forever it is true. So simply by proving these 2 statements, that for n equal to 1, it is correct. If it is true for n equal to k, then definitely it is true for n equal to k plus 1. Proving that. If you prove these 2, actually proved for all natural numbers. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Cooper,
Yes, sir.
is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's say I don't prove for n equal to 1, I prove for n equal to 5. And I also prove that if it is true for n equal to k, it is true for n equal to k plus 1. Okay. Then, whenever it is true for 5, it is true for 6. Whenever it is true for 6, it is true for 7. Whenever it is true for 7, it is true for 8. So it is true for all n greater than or equal to 5 only. I can say based on what is that I could write. If you want to prove for all natural numbers, you should not take 5. You should take 1. Let's say I have to prove a statement which is true for all numbers greater than 100, all natural numbers greater than 100. Then I have to prove for n equal to 100 first, and I have to prove this statement that if it is true for n equal to k, it is also true for n equal to k plus 1. If I prove these two, then I prove that it is true for 100, then it is true for 101, 102, 103, so on forever. Okay. This is the overall logic. Okay, one is about logic, one is about when you practically do a question. You don't have to write, just listen. Okay? Because already explained yesterday. Okay, all of you please try to join on time, unless you have suddenly your laptop stops or something, I don't know. Madam is starting 5 minutes before only, so 10:55. You can try to join between 10:55 to 11. Okay, now some of you know about geometric progression, some of you may not know. Okay, but because there may be one or two students, I'll just quickly tell about these two because sometimes we'll be using them. If you take a plus b, a plus 2d, a plus 3d, so on, I think all of you know nth term is a plus n minus 1 into d. Sum of n terms is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Everybody knows about arithmetic progression, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. If somebody doesn't know about geometric progression, GP means geometric progression. Okay. Here we are keep on adding a term, right? Geometric progression will keep on multiply a term. AR square, AR cube, AR power 4, so on. Multiply with R, so on. Okay. Here the nth term formula is A into R power n minus 1. Second term has only R, third term has R square, fourth term.
So you got muted.
You're muted, sir. You are muted, sir. Sir?
All right, sorry. All of you can hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So nth term is A into R power n minus 1. Because the second term has power 1, third term has power 2, fourth term has power 3, fifth term has power 4, so on. Sum of n terms you may not need it, but later on anyway I'm just telling is A into 1 minus R power n by 1 minus R. You can even write, that means this way, that way. You can write R power n minus 1 by R minus 1. This is a formula for sum of n terms. If I take sum of infinite terms, means if the series doesn't end, then formula is A by 1 minus R. And this formula is valid only when that R value is between minus 1 to 1. Only at that time. Okay. If somebody doesn't know about geometric progression, you should know this. So just write this much. This is the nth term. This is the sum of n terms. This is sum of infinite terms. Of course, in here I should.
Only, sir.
In this notes, in class notes only, in math section, you just kept a heading, right? Just write it, not a problem.
Okay, sir.
Anywhere you write now, just a small. Okay. Whereas is it the Andhra Pradesh capital? That is supposed to be capital. I hope all of you are working on maths and determinants. Yesterday I gave only 2 questions homework in mathematical induction. Maths and determinants, finishing the rest of the mains material, doing advanced material.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, matrices and determinants, we should try also advanced also, sir. JIE mains completed. And-
Advanced material you should try all.
Okay, sir. Sir, up to how many questions, sir?
By Thursday evening, if you can complete everything, it's good.
Okay, sir.
Sir, you said that you send some notes on matrices and determinants.
You want some notes to be sent?
You
Sir,
said
means
that you
exercise
send-
3H, sir.
Yeah. That yesterday I was busy. Today I'll send it. Okay. Okay, this is because I'm going to use this formula in maybe next few questions. That's why I'm writing. Anyway, I told this.
Sir, don't rub below GP, sir. Don't
Yeah,
rub
yeah.
below GP.
And everybody should know these things, that 1 plus 2 plus 3 so on up to n. Sum of first n natural numbers is n into n plus 1 by 2. Sum of squares, 1 square plus 2 square plus so on up to n square is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Sum of cubes of n natural numbers, 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube so on up to n cube is n square into n plus 1 whole square by 4. Okay, sometimes they may ask you to prove this formula itself by mathematics, that is different. But otherwise, in some other question, we may use this as a formula, any one of them. Okay, so these are some AP formulas and GP formulas and some sum of n or natural numbers, squares or cubes. These are, you are expected to know this one. Okay, we very well understand that in the last 1 year during your 10th class in online situation, maybe because of various constraints, some of the chapters might maybe okay, they were not taught in the school, or you could not attend during that time, or whatever it is, various issues. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Don't worry. Whatever is required for JEE mains or advanced, we will teach. Don't have to worry. Okay. Other than ASB, in other sections, teaching is easy because first 4 or 5 days there will be some new admissions. After that, in that section, there will not be any new admissions because it will be closed, and those who join late, they'll be admitted into another section. But ASB means whoever is getting qualified to ASB, they'll keep on joining. Okay. Okay, I'm going to erase all this.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, in textbook, in example problem 2, sir, the question they gave as summation.
Sigma.
Yes, a sigma 2k minus 1 whole square they gave. Is it 2k or 2n, sir?
2K only. I'll explain it. Okay.
Okay.
I'll explain third question and then come back to your second question out. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I'm sharing this third question on the screen. I'll explain it. Nobody has to write anything. Just listen. Later on, you have to continue wherever you wrote earlier. Just listen. It will be sufficient. Question is 2 plus 3 into 2 plus 4 into 2 square plus 5 into 2 cubes so on up to n terms, up to n terms is equal to n into 2 power n, n into 2 power n. Okay. Listen, yesterday the two questions that you have done. Yesterday the two questions that you have done, they already gave nth term. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Some questions they will not give nth term. You have to find nth term. Okay. Here you have to find a pattern. You see there is 2 here, 2 square here, 2 cube here. What is going to be the next term?
2 power.
And this initial 2, purposely I will write 2 into 1 so that you can find a pattern. 2, 3, 4, 5, here 6 should come. Here 1, 2, 2 square, 2 cube. Here what should come? 2 power 4, right?
Power 4.
So the initial 2 I wrote 2 into 1. You see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are there. In this series of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anybody want to tell me what will be the nth term?
Sir, n, sir.
Into 2 power n.
Sir, sorry, sir. N plus 1. Sir.
Yeah. With a little
And
common
India-
sense, you can tell first term is 2, 1 extra. Second term is 3. Third term is 4. Fourth term is 5. Fifth term is 6. The nth term will be n plus.
Yes,
If not, are these are in arithmetic progression?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And what is the first term? 2.
2, sir.
And the common
2
difference?
minus n
1.
minus 1 into 1.
So a plus n minus,
Minus
1
1
into
into 2.
2 plus n minus 1 into 1, which is 2 plus n minus 1, which is n plus 1. Okay. This is the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For that pattern, the nth term, which I can easily guess. First term is 1 extra, second term is 1 extra, third term, so nth term is n plus. Now, if I take 1, 2, 2 square, 2 cube, in that series, 1, 2, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 power 4, in that series, what is the nth term? What kind of progression it is?
2 power n minus 1. 2 power geometry.
It is GP. Yeah, we can easily guess. Second term has 2 power 1, third term has 2 square, fourth term is 2 cube. Or it is a geometric progression with first term as 1. And common ratio?
Sir, also
Sir,
we can
2.
say that
Sir,
first
2,
term
sir.
is
Common
2 power
Sir,
0.
common 2, sir. Common ratio 2.
Yeah, common ratio 2. Yes, Sindhu Hasni, you are saying something?
First term we can also write it as 2 power 0, no sir.
Yeah, you can also observe powers as 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 square, 2 cube. Only powers are in arithmetic progression, and the term is n minus 1. You can say that also. Okay.
2 power n minus 1 will be.
I want to just simply use a into r power n minus 1. A is 1, this is 2, this is n minus 1. It is 2 power n minus 1. First term is 1, common ratio is 2. So sometimes they're so simple series that you can easily guess what will be the nth term. But usually either they are AP or GP, you can find it. But this is not the nth term, this is not the nth term. These two products together is nth term. So in the given question, I should write like this: 2 into 1 plus 3 into 2 plus 4 into 2 square, so on up to n plus 1 into 2 power n is equal, 2 power n minus 1 is equal to n into 2 power n. Okay. Now, how somebody could make up the answer RHS, we are not worried in this chapter, frankly. Okay. We are only going to worry about how to prove a mathematical induction. But actually, this question alone can be given in progression, and it is called AGP, arithmetico-geometric progression. When you multiply one AP and one GP, the corresponding terms, that is first term of AP into first term of GP, second term of AP into second term of GP, third term of AP into third term of GP. Like that, when you write, it is called AGP. There is a standard procedure, and there is a standard formula for that also, sum of n terms. Right now, we are not doing progressions chapter. We are doing mathematical induction chapter. So we are not going to worry about how to derive this by using progression formulas. We use progressions only to find nth term because they are not given as nth term. Okay. Now, in the mathematical induction, this is a very simple proof. Okay, don't write. I told you it's already there in the PDF. Okay, because I'm not writing all the working and all how to write in the board. Okay, I'll screen share the solution once again, but just try to follow the things. Okay, so I will erase all this. If somebody want to write a rough note like running notes or something, it's okay. Okay. But I want you to write all the mathematical induction solutions properly in order in IC homework book, including examples. We are first doing examples. Okay, so nth term not given, we found. So in mathematical induction, what are the two major steps? The first step, when I take n equal to 1, what is the LHS? 2 into 1, that is 2. What is RHS? 1 into 2 power 1, because I have to put n equal to 1 in this RHS, that is 2. Okay, both are equal. LHS equal to RHS. So given statement is true for n equal to 1. So given statement is true for n equal to 1. Second, let given statement is true for n equal to k. That means what is that I assume? 2 into 1 plus 3 into 2 plus 4 into 2 square, so on up to k plus 1 into 2 power k minus 1 is k into 2 power k. Okay. Okay, this is the second step. Third step, what should I do? I have to start with LHS. Yeah, I have to start with LHS of k plus 1 statement. What is that? 2 into 1 plus 3 into 2 plus 4 into 2 square. This time will be there k plus 1 into 2 power k minus 1. What is the next term going to be?
K plus 2.
K plus 2 into 2 per k.
Yeah, k plus 1, which is k plus 2 into 2 power k plus 1 minus 1. Yeah, wherever k is there, right? K plus 1, which is k plus 2 into 2 power k. Equal to what is the answer I'm supposed to get? Anybody?
K plus 1 into 2 per k plus 1.
Yeah, we have to get k plus 1 here, k plus 1 here, k plus 1 into 2 power k plus 1. Just keep in the mind, don't write in the rough work, you can write, or right side you write a margin and write there that this is the answer you want to get. Okay. Now, I am starting with LHS of k plus 1's statement. In that, I already know what is the value of
k into 2 power k, sir.
Yeah, up to here, based on the assumption that given statement is 2 for n equal to k, I can replace it. So this will become k into 2 power k plus this one is k plus 2 into 2 power k. Okay. Now take 2 power k common, you will get k plus 2. 2 power k into k plus 2 means 2k plus 2. Take 1 2 common. 2 power k into 2 into k plus 1. Okay. But a power m into a power n is a power m plus n. So I can write this as k plus 1 into 2 power k plus 1. 2 power k into 2 is 2 power k plus 1. Did I get exactly what is required?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay. This became very easy to prove without much complication. Okay, so for n equal to 1 it is correct. By assuming that it is true for n equal to k, I could prove that it is true for n equal to k plus 1. Hence, by principle of mathematical induction, the given statement is true for all natural numbers. Cooper, through this, you got a better idea of this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, means like in mains material, mathematical induction questions are not there, no, sir?
We did not give the chapter at all.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, somebody is writing in class notes, you can continue, not a problem.
Sir, you gave about AP and GP, no, sir. That you should be writing homework.
Anywhere you write, you should have known those formulas in 10th class itself. So you can write anywhere, not a problem. Okay. Okay. So whatever explained on the board is there on the screen. Okay. See carefully. Once again, because I did not write that neatly on the board. That's why I'm explaining this. So this was a question. Compared to the previous two questions, something extra here because nth term is not given to us. We have to find nth term. So it is mentioned 2, 3, 4 are in AP. This is a first term. This is a common difference. So based on that, nth term is n plus 1. Similarly, 1, 2, 2 square, they are in another GP. With first term 1, common ratio is 2. Based on the 10th term is this. So now, what is S of n? The given question only, But see carefully, they wrote nth term also here, which was not given to us in the beginning, based on this one and this one product. Okay. So very first step, if they're not given nth term, you should find nth term. And our standard thing, as I said, we are going to call this as P of n. Actually, they called S of n is only LHS. This total is P of n. Anyway, or maybe they call total S of n. You take n equal to 1, find LHS, RHS, so S of 1 is 2. And they assumed that S of n is 2 for n equal to k. It is only assumption. Now, this is the next term that they're supposed to add for k plus 1th term. So now for n equal to k plus 1, we have to prove. Okay. But what is the k plus 1th term in this series? You know, this is the nth kth term. If you want k plus 1th term, replace k with k plus 1. That's how we got this. So that we have to add to this statement 1. Because the statement 1, which I highlighted here, is only for n equal to k. If you want up to for n equal to k plus 1, that k plus 1th term you should add on both sides. That's how they added k plus 1th term on both sides. Now we have to simplify this part RHS. We have to simplify this RHS to get the required answer, which is this. So now they say it S of k plus 1 is 2. So by principle of mathematical induction, S of n is 2 for all n belongs to n. Okay, anybody still any doubt regarding this third one? No. Okay, coming to second one, as somebody is asking that they gave sigma, maybe they want some clarity on it. Look at this. In this 2k minus 1 whole square, it is not that in the place of k, n should be required. K is only correct. Why? K is changing from what to what? 1 to n. When you put k equal to 1 in this, it will become 1 square. When you put k equal to 2 in 2k minus 1, what will happen?
3 square.
3 square. When you put k equal to 3, 5 square.
5 square.
Finally, when you put k equal to n, it will become 2n minus 1 whole square. So instead of giving the statement like this, they gave in sigma form. Okay, so not a problem at all. Okay, those are present in yesterday's class. Anybody has any doubt in these first two examples? Okay, no doubt. Okay, look at the fourth example. Let me show only the question. Okay.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, we have to write those 3 problems in classwork, sir.
Yesterday, wherever you wrote the 2 questions, there only continue the rest of the questions. Is it okay? Yesterday, you have you written first 2 examples or not?
Yes, sir, I written in IP homework book.
There only write the third one, fourth one, everything else. Is it okay?
Okay. Okay, sir.
So that before the board exam, it will be useful for you. Okay.
Okay.
They're in one place. Okay.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, actually, sir, not of mathematical induction, sir. This advanced material matrices sums are almost 42, sir. 42 questions, sir.
Okay.
42 questions means like even and odd both, no, sir, we should do.
Yeah, yes, correct.
Sir,
So if you're not able to do by Thursday, at least by Friday, try to complete.
Okay, sir.
Okay. If you have doubts, we'll discuss, not a problem. Okay. If you are not able to complete at that time, we'll see. Okay. Okay, coming to fourth question here. The question, if you see 1 by, it is not 1.4. It is 1 into 4. The dot represents the product. Okay. Similarly, it is not 4.7. 4 into 7, 7 into 10, so on. So basically, all the first elements 1, 4, 7, they're in one AP. 4, 7, 10 are in another AP. Okay. This is 1, this is 4, and this is 7. Okay, Satvika or Nandakishore, any one of you want to tell me if I take 1, 4, 7, so on as an AP, what is the nth term in that? Satvika or Nandakishore?
N minus 2, sir.
Are you sure? If it is n minus 2, put n equal to 1, you are not getting 1 now. When you put n equal to 1, you get the first term, right? Satvika, what is the common difference here?
3, sir.
Okay.
Sir, can I tell?
3n minus 1, sir. 3n
Yeah,
minus
yes.
2.
It is 3n minus 2. Yes. If you put n equal to, now if you put n equal to 1, are you getting 1 in that?
Yes, sir.
And if you put n equal to 2, are you getting 4?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can easily verify, right? Your answer is correct. Okay, good. It is 3n minus 2. Okay. 4 here, 7 here, 10. 4, 7, 10. Rishabh, are you there in the class? Rishabh,
Yes, sir.
can you tell me if it is 4, 7, 10, so on arithmetic progression, what is the nth term?
Sir, 1 second, sir.
Okay.
Sir, 1 plus 3n.
Yes, 3n plus 1. You put n equal to 1, you are getting 4, n equal to 2, you are getting 7, so on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now if you look at the solution, they said 1, 4, 7 are in AP, they found nth term. Satvika said it is 3n minus 2. And the Rishabh said the other series is 3n plus 1. Their product is our required 1. Okay. So 1 by 1 into 4 plus 1 by 4 into 7 plus 1 by 7 into 10. Nth term was not given. They wrote it here. Okay. So they assume this is Sn now. Okay. Question is given almost this, but the nth term was not given. So they took some time to calculate. Now, you have to check for n equal to 1. N equal to 1 means only the first term. This one. Or put n equal to 1 in this. Both are same. You'll get 1 by 1 into 4, 1 by 4. And whatever RHS when you put n equal to 1? Is it coming 1 by 4? Yes. Yes. So LHS and RHS are equal. Okay. Next we'll assume that it is true for n equal to k. For n equal to k, we'll assume it is true. And this is the kth term, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sonali, are you there in the class?
Yes, sir.
If this is the kth term, can you tell me what will be the k plus 1th term?
Yes, sir. It will be 3k minus 1 into 3k plus 2.
This is tk, kth term. I am asking you what will be the k plus 1th term.
Sir, can I, sir?
No, let her try. No problem.
Okay.
Simply replace k with k plus 1.
K
You will
plus
get.
1.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So when you simplify that, what will come first bracket? What will come second bracket?
Yes, sir. So it would be 3k plus 3 minus 2 and 3k plus
3k
3 plus 1.
1.
So that will be 3k plus 1 finally, right?
Yes.
And then the second bracket?
3k plus
The
4.
3k plus 4.
Yeah. Krishna Kaushik, are you clear? If this is kth term, how did we get this k plus 1th term? Are you there, Krishna Kaushik? 679, roll number. Okay.
Sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, today Max 1A work session is there, sir, or not there, sir?
Today is which day?
Tuesday, sir.
Tuesday, sir.
In the timetable, Tuesday is mentioned or Thursday is mentioned?
Sir, 1 minute, sir. I will look in.
If I remember correctly, Thursday.
Yes, sir, Max.
Sir,
Yeah.
Tuesday is the
Tuesday. A long time back, it was Tuesday. Now also, that's the latest one, also Tuesday. Huh?
latest.
History.
Which one?
Chemistry 4 to 5.
Sir, Thursday itself, sir.
Thursday.
4 to 5.
Okay. I think anyway, just 1 minute. Sorry. Yeah.
Sir,
So,
these examples you are explaining, no, sir. We should write in IP homework book only, no, sir?
All examples, exercise, everything you are going to write in one place, preferably IP homework book. But if you already wrote in another place, you can continue there. Okay.
Okay, sir.
It's okay. I'll let you know it. Okay. So, two timetables were sent. Like one is the day wise and one is just time wise, right? Okay. One more thing, the student group is there. Anytime if any class is cancelled or something like that, you can put a message in that group now, so that if by chance somebody did not hear due to network during that time, they will know, right?
But yesterday it happened the same, sir.
Yeah. Like yesterday, chemistry sir cancelled, right?
Yes, sir.
But few students might have not known and they were trying to join at 4 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so the student group, somebody can take the initiative to send. Anyway, I'm not dealing with other tracks, but I think Patnaik sir is sending notes every day, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
If
sir.
somebody can take interest and even physics and chemistry class notes, somebody can do physics and somebody can do chemistry. If they send class notes in the student group, please mute yourself, somebody. Lot of noise. Yeah. So if somebody can take initiative and physics 1%, chemistry 1%, they send the notes every day, because there are one of few students every day, that means not the same student, different days, different students are missing the class due to network, part of the class. Anyway, they're asking some friends. So if they're asking every day if somebody uploads, whoever misses, they'll just use it. Is it a good idea?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So whoever wanted to do physics, just send a message in that student group that you are going to do it every day. And somebody decide for chemistry and put a message that you are going to do every day, so that others will not do it. Anyway, maths Moni is doing already. That's good. Okay, now coming to this. Yeah, so this is our question, basically. For n equal to k, we assumed it is correct. The very next term, which somebody told just now, 1 by 3k plus 1 into 3k plus 4, that was added on both sides. But what is the answer we need to get? Let us look at that. There is a question. Yeah. By looking at this, if I take up to k plus 1 terms in LHS and RHS, what is the answer I need to get?
K plus 1 by 3k plus 4.
Yeah, k plus 1 by 3 times k plus 1 plus 1, which is 3k plus 4. Okay, we should not forget that. Whenever for k plus 1, we are starting with LHS, you should clearly know what is the RHS we are supposed to get and try to get that. If you know what is the answer, it is easy to adjust it, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Even if you don't get, somehow we can adjust, right? Okay. So this is k by 3k plus 1. which is sum of up to k terms and the k plus 1th term is added. Is there anything that I can take common here?
3k plus
Yeah.
1.
In the denominator 3k plus 1. Yeah, that's what happened here. They took 3k plus 1 common. Then here k is left. This k is left here. And here 1 by 3k plus 4 is left here. Okay. They took LCM. Numerator is a quadratic expression. They know how to split the middle term. All of you know that. Factorize it. You got 3k plus 1 into k plus 1. And the down 3k plus 1 will get cancelled with the 3k plus 1. Then you got exactly what we need. What is that? K plus 1 into 3k plus 4. But still they wrote it like this. Why they wrote final answer like this? Anybody want to comment?
Sir, because it looks like n by 3n plus 1.
Yeah, we were looking for answer as n by 3n plus 1 and they wanted that. So they wanted to look it like that so that we can tell s of k plus 1 is. Okay. So it's true. Yeah, here we got an inequality. We'll come to the inequality, but I want to explain small thing here. I hope when I'm explaining on the screen, you are seeing the screen only, right? At that time, there's no point in looking at the whiteboard. Usually, I don't like to screen share the solution and explain or even use the digital writing pad. Okay. But these solutions, I felt I'll explain how to do it than writing the whole lines as it is and working and all that. Okay. Now, please listen. I don't need to tell this now, but I just want to give you an idea that this question 1 by 1 into 4 plus 1 by 4 into 7 plus 1 by 7 into 10. At the last, it is 3n minus 1 into 3n plus 1. Right? 3n minus 2 into 3n plus 1. Yeah. Is equal to n by 3n plus 1. Okay. Now, how to prove by mathematical induction, we discussed it. But by using progressions, I'll tell you how to get this. RHS is not given, we can get it. What's the difference of 1 and 4?
3.
3.
7 and 4, 3. 10 and 7, 3. Difference of these two is also 3. So what I will do, I'm going to multiply with 3 and divide with 3. 1 by 3 into 3 by 1 into 4, 3 by 4 into 7, 3 by 7 into 10, 3 by 3n minus 2 into 3n plus 1. Okay. So I multiplied with 3 and divided with 3. No problem. This 3 I am going to write 4 minus 1. This 3 I am going to write 7 minus 4. Don't have to write this, just listen. This is 4 into 7. This 3 I can write 10 minus 7. So on, and this 3 I can write 3n plus 1 minus 3n minus 2 by 3n minus 2 into 3n plus 1. Okay, 1 by 3 into. If I take this by this, 4 will cancel, I'll get 1 by 1. If I take this by this, 1 will cancel, or this side 1 by 4. What will happen to this part when I split this into two fractions? This by this separate, this by this separate?
1 by 4 minus
7 by 4 plus 4 by 7 minus 4,
Yes.
1 by 7.
No.
1
Yes,
by 4
7 will
minus
cancel.
1 by 7.
Yes, and here
Sir, 1 by
1 by
7
7
minus 1 by 10.
Minus 1.
1 by 7 minus 1 by 10. Yes.
And there 3n plus 1 by 3n minus
1 by
2,
3n.
1 by 3n plus 1.
Yeah. First 3n plus 1 will cancel, you get 3n minus 2. Next 3n minus 2 will cancel, you get 3n plus 2. Now you see minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4. Will they will cancel?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Minus 1 by 7 plus 1 by 7 will cancel.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
If I had written next term, this would have been cancelled like this. So every adjacent thing got cancelled, 2, 2, 2. You will be left with first term and the very last term. Everything else got cancelled in order. So you got 1 by 3 into 1 minus 1 by 3n plus 1. You take LCM, you will get 3n plus 1 minus 1 by 3n plus 1. This 1 and 1 will cancel. This 3 and 3 will cancel. I will get n by 3n plus 1. Is it exactly the required answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this I can call proof or derivation. Okay. But it is not mathematical induction. It is only using progression. Okay. So we may not know that this question can be done like that unless we studied the progression chapter thoroughly with this detail. Okay. In fact, this is called method of differences. We are writing each one as difference of two things, and lot of things are getting cancelled. The standard method called method of differences. But during mathematical addition chapter, we are not going to write the solution. We are going to write that n equal to 1 it is true. That is, assume that it is true for n equal to k and prove it for n equal to k plus 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't have to write anything here. Just listen.
Sir, in homework book, just like we can keep by second method, we can prove like that.
You can write, but don't write that in IP exam. That's only.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I just screen share the question only. I'll stop with the screen share. I want to write this quote example. Okay. Equalities are very easy. Inequalities will be confusing for some people. Okay. In mathematical induction. So don't be worried if you are confused in the beginning. It is expected. Okay. 2n minus 3 less than or equal to 2 power n minus 2. And they said n greater than or equal to 5. Okay. For all n greater than or equal to 5. Now, I have to prove that this whatever natural number you take 5 or beyond 5, this number is always less than this. As I said earlier, I may check for 5, 6, 7, 8, but till where I'll check? I don't have a time to do forever. Okay. So we use mathematical induction. Here, should we check for n equal to 1 in the beginning? What is that we have to check?
N is equals to 5.
Yeah. Okay. If I take n equal to 5, what is LHS? 2 into 2n minus 3, which is 2 into 5 minus 3. 10 minus 3 is 7. And what is RHS? 2 power 5 minus 2. That is 2 power n minus 2 is 2 power 5 minus 2. 2 cube is 8. And 7 is less than 8. LHS is less than RHS. So, P of n. You can call this statement as P of n. Let P of n be this. Okay, statement be this. So, P of n is true for n equal to 1. Okay. So, P of n is true for n equal to 1. Next, what we will do?
N equals to
Sir,
5.
n equals to
N equal to 5. Sorry, thank you. So, P of n is true for n equal to 5. Okay. Let P of n is true for n equal to k. Let P of n is true for n equal to k. Now substitute k here. 2k minus 3 is less than or equal to 2 power k minus 2.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, when we suppose that let P of n is true for n is equal to k, should we write that k is greater than or equal to 5?
Yeah, if you write, it will be nice. Okay, if you write, it is nice. That means it gives you some clarity that your understanding is good. Okay.
Yes.
Hemant, you should always adjust your camera as possible. See, is there any other way to adjust so that you are almost in the middle of the video?
Sir,
There is
it is due to lighting. Sometimes the lighting gets dim.
Okay. Okay. But still, in the whole video, your head is the only small part at the lower side. Okay. Everybody, not only Hemant, you should try to adjust your camera so that on the screen your face is fully visible, so that we can identify you regularly. Okay. Right. Anyway, it's good. That k equal to greater than equal to 5. If you write, it's been much better. If you don't write, also not a big problem. But if you write, it means you have a good clarity. Okay. Now we have to prove for n equal to k plus 1, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can anybody tell me what is the statement that I need to prove for n equal to k plus 1? Anybody?
Sir, we show that the statement is true for n is equal to k plus 1.
Yeah, what is the statement we are supposed to prove to be true? Is in this wherever n is there,
2k minus
Yeah.
1
2
is
into k plus 1
less than 2
minus
k
2
minus
is
1.
less than or
Yeah.
equal to
2 into k plus 1 minus 3 less than equal to 2 power k plus 1 minus 2. We have to prove this, right? When I simplify this, what will come? 2k minus 1 less than equal to 2 power k minus 1. Yeah. Please remember, I have to prove this, not at the time assuming this. Okay, right? From here to here, I know 2k minus 3 is there. From that, how can I get 2k minus 1?
We will
2k minus 1 minus 2.
2 and
minus 3 plus 2.
I can add 2 on both sides. Yes, you're right. I am going to add 2 on both sides. One may ask, why are you adding 2? I know I need to prove this. I want to get 2k minus 1, that's why I'm adding. Okay. So when you add 2 on both sides, you get 2k minus 3 plus 2 is less than equal to 2 power k minus 2 plus 2. Okay. Now please listen, I'm going to do one small thing and somebody is going to ask me, why are you doing? Okay. So this I'm going to write 2 common here and write k plus 1 minus 3 because anyway I'm expected to write 2 into k plus 1 minus 3, right? Okay. Here I'm going to do one small thing, less than or equal to, or I can even write here, less than or equal to 2 power k minus 2 plus 2 power k minus 2. 2 is less than 2 power k minus 2. Is it correct or wrong?
Right.
Because our k is more than 5. If k is more than 5, k minus 2 is more than 3. 2 cube will be 8. It is more than 8. So 2 is less than 8, correct? So this is less than this. Is there anybody any objection to this?
No, sir.
No.
Sir,
You may ask, why did I write that only? I can write 2 power 100 here, right? If I write 7 here also, no problem for you, right? I can write 7 here, 1000 here, 100 here. Any number more than 2, you don't mind. But you may ask, why did I choose to write that only? Somebody may ask that doubt. You will understand in the next step. So 2 less than 2 power k minus 2. So please understand, I replace 2 with this. Why I replace with that only? Because 2 is less than many other numbers. 2 is less than 7, 2 is less than 8, 2 is less than 2021. Why I chose to write this? Yes.
One doubt.
Yes, please.
So means like, is there any formula like a to the power of n plus a to the power of n is equals to a into a to power of n, sir?
First of all, a plus a, can you write 2 times a?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
Oh.
This plus this, can I write 2 times 2 power k minus 2? So you cannot see down part. Let me write somewhere else. Okay. I'll erase all this.
less than or equal to, no, sir. It is only less than the value.
No, see, I'll tell you, less than equal to, for example, if I write, okay, let's say x is a natural number, okay, x is a natural number. And if x is greater than 2, can I say x is, let's say x is greater than 10. Can I say if x is more than 10, definitely it is more than 7 also?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If x is more than 10, then x is more than 7 also. Anybody any objection?
No, sir.
No. But if I write x greater than 10 implies x is greater than equal to 8. Anybody any objection?
No,
Yes, sir.
It is not correct.
Okay. Some people may think it is not correct, but actually it is correct because there is no difference between these two statements. You may say x is not never becoming 8. Why are you telling that? Then what about in this? When you say x greater than 7, in that also x equal to 8 is there, na? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You are saying this is okay, this is not okay, but I'm saying there is no difference between these two because when x is natural number, when I say x greater than 7, what does it mean?
X can be 8,
9, 10,
8,
so
9,
on.
10, so on.
That is x greater than equal to 8 only, na? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, when you say x greater than equal to 8, you are not saying x will become 8 for sure. You are saying the values of x belong to 8, 9, 10, so on, that set. That's all. It is not necessary that x has to attain 8. Okay. So, it is not that this is right, this is wrong. No, both are right. There is no difference between them. Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when A is greater than or equal to B and B is greater than or equal to C, we can write A greater than or equal to C. Somebody may ask, even if greater than here, still nothing wrong in writing. Okay, because we are not saying it will become equal to C. We are saying that values of A will be either C or more than C for sure every time. Is it okay? Or whatever,
Yeah.
here greater than and here equal, something like that. Okay. Okay, so this fourth example, some people may have a little bit of confusion. What is that? 2k minus 3 is less than 2 power k minus 2. We know that. I added 2 on both sides. 2k minus 3 plus 2 less than equal to 2 power k minus 2 plus 2. And that I wrote 2 power k minus 2 plus 2 power k minus 2. Because k is greater than equal to 5. Somebody may object to this, that why are you putting equality? Or why did you write that 2 is less than 7 also, 100,000, why did you? We'll understand later on. Okay. Now, this is, I want to take 2 common, 2 into k plus 1 minus 3. This and this, if I take 2 common, I'll get, that is, it is like a plus a equal to 2a, like that, same thing plus same thing, 2 times that same thing, I can write like this. Now, it is like a power m into a power n, I can write a power m plus n, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So it is 2 into k plus 1 minus 3. This is 2, I can write 2 power 1. 2 power 1 into 2 power k minus 2. And this is 2 into k plus 1 minus 3 is 2 power k minus 1 by adding the power 1 plus k minus 2. 2 into k plus 1 minus 3. And anyway, I want to get this, so I to simplify, I'll just write it like this. Okay. So I exactly proved what is required to be get, right? Okay.
Yes.
So in the first 3 examples, adjusting the RHS will come automatically. You don't have to do anything because it is equality. You take something common, factorize and do something. But whereas in this, you have to get an idea that you have to replace 2 with this. Because you know what is the answer we need to get. It is like, reverse engineering. Okay. You know what is reverse engineering? Never heard the word reverse engineering. Okay, I don't have so much time, but let me just finish it. Reverse engineering means, let us say I have to design, let us say some new machine. Okay, let us say somebody invented a machine. Let us say bulldozer, somebody invented it for the first time. Okay, I not invented it, but I want to construct a similar thing. So very simple. What I do is, I don't do all the calculation. What should be the tensile strength? What kind of material should be used? What should be the dimensions? What should be the physical, size and all that? I'll purchase one bulldozer, open all the parts, take their dimensions, test which material they used it. With the same dimensions, I'll manufacture again. You know that? Okay, that is called reverse engineering. You don't design it. Somebody works hard and you just purchase one item from that, take everything, and then you prepare your own drawings from that and remanufacture. Anyway, here what is that is, we know what answer we need to get. We are trying to go back. That means you can do in, from this you can go back and see how much extra is required to be put so that you will get this. Okay. Think about a little bit. Otherwise, I'll explain this tomorrow. All right. So today I want everybody to complete example 3 and example 4. Example 1 and 2 completed yesterday, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Example 3 and 4, try to complete. And those who have more time, try to do maths and determinant homework. All right?
Sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.